Hello everybody, I'm going to do an update. I just put up a video a couple days ago on that Harbor Freight dual action polisher and kind of covered some of the foam pads and whatnot in there. And since I've been using this, I haven't really had a chance to use it. It's kind of been rainy all week until today. Well, actually, I did use it yesterday for a little bit, but I just wanted to give you an update, on what's going on with this stuff, because there is a problem here in this mix, and I wanted to explain it to you. Starting with the backing pad here, they say that this is a 6-inch diameter pad, and it's the shortest 6 inches I've ever seen. This is actually 5 3/4 inches, but that's not really the problem. The first pad that I had sliced, on the top of my trailer that I was doing, I eventually blew it apart, so I went down. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to end up blowing another one, so I bought two extra ones. And this one right here, you can see it is blown apart. There are two problems here. The blowing it apart, I'm pretty sure what happened there is it got hot in this area and the adhesive kind of started letting go, and then it just pulled and disintegrated along those lines. So on the second one, I went ahead and soaked the pad and then spun all the water out of it. Started using it, and it worked a heck of a lot better. But I don't really know exactly how long this lasted before it failed. It's kind of hard to determine that in terms of actual time on the trigger. But there's another problem with it. You can see where it's all worn around this outer edge. This backer pad, in my opinion, should actually sit all on this white disc right here, and it doesn't. It actually is too small. So let me just put it on here, and you can see, this white disc is actually 5 inches, and we have almost 6 inches on the outside. So what basically happens is, like I said, you can see how it's dug out. When you put this on here, the pad actually starts getting eaten away by the hook that is still exposed under here. So in order to successfully use these pads without having that problem, unless I'm incorrect, you really need a 5-inch backer plate, backing pad, to put on here to cover up that whole area. And not only would it prevent that, it also give you some cushion around there, instead of just coming up and digging in with this thing if you get up to an edge or something like that. So I just wanted to kind of note this. I just cleaned this one up spottily, and I don't know, I was getting pretty aggressive. I was pressing pretty hard. Maybe 15 minutes and I blew this one up. And I'm still kind of learning this stuff as well, so I may be doing something wrong. But this particular pad here, I probably had about the same amount of time on, and it's still intact, like I said, because I saturated it and wrung it out and then zung the water out of it when it was on the machine, and then started using it, and that helped keep this part cool. But it is getting eaten up around here. So that's something that needs to be addressed. Here's a blue pad. I've actually used this for polishing. I use this on one side of a 7-foot by 16-foot trailer, and it's probably about 7 foot on the height of the walls, so 7 by 16 is the surface area I did with this in polishing, and it held up really well. I did the same thing with it. I saturated it, wrung it out to help keep it cool so it wouldn't mess with any of the adhesive in here. But you can see after whatever trigger time that was, it's starting to get chewed up as well. This polishing pad here, finishing pad, I really only tested with this maybe 5 minutes the other day, and now that I look at it, it is starting to get checked around the outside. So I just wanted to give an update here. I may just continue on. I may try to, I don't know, burn some of these off around here to make, take some of the hooks off of it. Or I'll find a source and order a 5-inch pad so I can still use these more inexpensive foam pads. But, you know, I'm going to get through my project, but this is just an FYI to you guys. And, you know, people may already know this. If I'm doing something wrong, I'm putting even pressure on it, you know. I'm not just going crazy with it. You know, we'll just have to call it that. But another thing that I did notice, and I don't know if it really matters, but when this is actually on the machine, it does have a little bit of run out in it. So it's wobbling a little side to side. And with the harder pads, you know, if you just kind of set it on the surface, it kind of wants to walk around on you because of that. So if I get a 5-inch one, hopefully it'll still be balanced on the machine, or at least well enough to where it won't chew up the pads. But just an update here. Thanks for watching. Good luck.